Hello, Luis here. Just want to take a moment to talk about today's sponsor, Elite Bookkeeping and Accounting Services. They offering a wide variety of services such as bookkeeping to help you maintain accurate financials and monthly reconciliations, or help you with overseeing the day-to-day operations of your business, managing projects and timelines, or maybe you need help with administrative tasks. Then services such as virtual assistant or online business manager would benefit you. Whatever of those services you might need, Elite Bookkeeping can create a personalized package for you and your specific needs. All right, guys, let's get into the episode.
You're listening to Fit Talk with Coach Luis. This is a special segment we call the Monday Morning Brew. The Monday Morning Brew.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to welcome to the Monday Morning Brew with myself and Ashlee. She is back yet again. Oh my goodness, you can't see her, but you can hear her.
Yep.
We're doing these from 700 miles away, which is
700 miles. I think we're like 1,300 miles.
I guess so. I should know. I do the drive a lot.
Yes, you do.
But yes, we're back doing this episode. Super excited to keep doing these. We're going to keep on with the SMART goal theme. We're going to keep going with that. We're on week 1. Believe it or not, this is week 1 of the SMART goals.
I can't believe it.
I know. This will be coming out on Monday the 5th. So we're 5 days pretty much into the beginning of the year. So it's going to be a lot of, that's what we're going to talk about with this one, is just diving into the week 1 of our goals, which is a crucial first stretch where really like the excitement starts to meet the reality of it all too. So that's going to be the cool part too. Like, we've all, pretty much all of us have set goals for the new year. If you have, this is a really good episode for you. If you meant to set goals, but you haven't started it yet, this episode is also for you. And if you're already feeling yourself slipping a little bit, then you're definitely in the right place.
Yes.
So this is, because his life is what happens on the way to our plans. Even if it's only, like we're saying, well, whatever, I'm only 4 days into it. There can't possibly be anything that's getting in my way already, but it could. So this is why we want to talk about, why week 1 matters as it started, as it's going, and just kind of take it one day at a time. So week 1 is insanely powerful. It is what sets the tone. It builds the momentum. It teaches our brain, like, hey, we're doing this now. So it's a really good time to really hone in on that. But week 1 is also where people tend to overdo it, kind of get burnt out or even get discouraged. So today we're going to slow it down and focus on those SMART goals that we talked about last time. So last week we touched on what those are, right? We talked about what those are. So quick refresher with those. SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And we're going to talk about how to stay accountable in a way that feels supportive, not stressful. Because remember, guys, we want to correlate our fitness with positivity. It's not a punishment, all right? It's a form of self-respect.
I love that.
Thank you. I think it's super important. It just is. It's important to, I think we do a lot where we're trying to stay accountable with a lot of things, and then we get stressed out with all those things we keep kind of piling up on ourselves. But again, it's not a punishment. This is for us to better ourselves. These fitness journeys are for us to just get better. So we shouldn't
It's
be
an
viewing
investment in yourself.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Very good way of putting that. It is an investment. And this is something that our future selves are going to thank us for too. So we got to also remember that. So that also goes back to, again, and we'll talk about those in a second, but our whys need to come into play with, okay, why are we doing this? And so on. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we'll touch a little bit on setting our week one smart fitness goal. So we'll walk through a simple week one smart goal. We did that last time, so we're just doing a little bit also of like just kind of like revisiting. So smart goal, like a lot of people start with something like I'm going to work out every day for an hour. That sounds really good, right? Until life happens. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just how it is. So a week one goal might look like, for this next 7 days, I'll walk for 15 minutes, 3 times this week to boost my energy and build consistency. So that's more of a smart goal. So that'll give
Mhm.
us all those specifics, right? The measurable where we're measuring out, how many minutes am I doing it for, how
It's
many days, how many,
achievable.
yeah, yep,
Mhm.
relevant, and then time bound. So if again their goal is to work out, all right, let's break it up into these smart goals. So
I
there's
love breaking up stuff into smart, like into the goals, because
yeah,
it makes it more obtainable, I feel like. Where like if I'm running and I'm like, oh, I've got 3 miles and it's gonna take me 30 minutes, to do it. I break it up like, okay, well, I'm going to run for the next 2 minutes, see how I feel at the end of 2 minutes, and if I still think I can do it, I'll run for another 2 minutes. And I break it down into smaller, doable sections. And then before you know it, I'm like, it's, 3 miles in.
yeah,
So,
yep. That's a very good way to do that. Absolutely. But that's the difference. It's clear. It's
mhm.
it's doable because you're like, all right, you know what? I'm not gonna look at the whole 3 mile trek. I'm gonna break it down. It's all right. I'm gonna go for let's see how much I can knock out for these next 2 to 5 minutes or so. But that's where it's doable. It's flexible, and it builds confidence instead of pressure because you see yourself hitting those little goals and you're going and going and going, and you're like, man,
Mhm.
I did it. I'm there. I made it. And here's a few more week one smart fitness goal examples. I'll stretch for 5 minutes every morning before I check my phone. I'll drink one extra glass of water each day this week. That one's super important for all of
Mhm.
us to do.
Yeah.
I'll do a 10-minute beginner workout on Tuesday and Thursday. Again, week one, as we're going through week one, is about showing up, not showing off. So that's going to give
Yeah.
us a lot of good little tips and just do exactly that. Just show up and get the work done. All right.
Yeah.
So let's dive into the next piece.
Okay. How to track your first week. So, tracking is where SMART goals come alive. It turns invisible effort into visible progress, which I love that saying, by the way.
Yeah.
I thought that was amazing. So in just some simple ways to track week one is I'm a huge person with calendars. Um, like I can go back for the next back the last 10 years and I have a calendar for every year. Like I
That's
write everything down. So calendar with check marks, kind of like break it down, I've got this, this, and this, and this going on and so I can put aside 30 minutes and on Monday, I can put aside 30 minutes on Thursday or Wednesday, stuff like that. But the Notes app, I put a lot actually. I have pretty much 5 million tabs in my Notes app.
yeah.
A fitness app and or a whiteboard, sticky note on your mirror. So just kind of a few, but the method doesn't matter. What matters is that you can see your consistency, which is huge because when you see your progress, you keep going. You want to keep going. You get, inspired every single time when you can see it.
Yeah.
So,
It's so true. And I just love that there's so many different things that we can use at our disposal. So it's
hmm
not, because it's not a one size fits all. So
yeah.
let's just use what we have. I always, until I started using True Coach, because that's what we use through work, which is a fitness app, I always just had a notebook in my gym bag. My entire workout was written down in there. I would just write down everything I did, how I was going. I have the journaling that I use is the Daily Stoic Journal. Took me forever to think about it, but that's the one that I have. But I really do use it. It's like a morning reflection and then an evening reflection. So it's really cool because it just gives you those two little things where you just write something in the morning that you want to really work on and focus on, and then at the end of the day, you're like, how did I do with that? So it just helps you be
Mhm.
really present. But
I like
again,
that.
yeah, whatever you have works. It doesn't have to be something super crazy, super fancy. It's just whatever works. So, and if we
Well,
get
and
to see
whatever
it,
goes with your routine too.
yeah,
Like if you know and you've tried in the past to use journals or you've tried to carry around a calendar or whatever, and it just, falls to the wayside, going and doing that for your newfound fitness goals probably isn't going to work necessarily. But oh yeah, I could definitely, because I have my phone every day with me, like, hey, this is what I'm going to put, and this is,
right,
what I'm going to do. Like I started doing to remind me, is my reminders in my notes app on my phone. Like
yeah,
it will ding me and say, hey, you need to make sure you take your greens this morning, or
yep,
hey, you need to, drink another glass of water if you haven't already, type thing. So,
yep. It's
but and then
awesome.
it's like, yeah, it gets me out of whatever focus I am. Oh, yeah, I need to drink some water. Oh, yeah, I
Right.
need to take my greens.
And it's true. And it's also the thing of, if those reminders are going off and everything, that's great and all, but then are we staying on top of them too? It's like, are we
Mhm.
seeing the reminders and just hitting the snooze, or remind me
Yeah.
later? And before we know it, the end of the day is here. And it's like, oops, I kept hitting remind me later, remind me later. So it's also
Yeah.
one of those things of being really accountable to it, to where
Hmm.
you see it go off and you know what, just do it, get it
Yeah.
done and go on with your day. So yeah, again, I like that. The method doesn't matter. It's just what you're, just do it and be consistent.
Hmm.
So let's talk about accountability without shame. So that is the supportive kind of accountability, not the beat yourself up kind. So these are
Yeah.
4 ways to staying accountable in week 1. So number 1, choose an accountability partner who roots for you. That is one of my favorites.
I
When
love that. Yeah.
it's so nice. So, like, not someone that's gonna pressure us like in a bad way, but someone that is going to be there for us, and also, just push us. Someone's like, "Hey, how can I support you today?" Or someone that's like, "Hey, are we gonna go to the gym today, like we said?" Like that type of support. Like, "Hey, you wanna let's go? I'm ready to go in a few minutes." But also to be a little flexible if you can't make it at the 4 o'clock deadline or 5 o'clock time that was planned. Not be like, hey, we said we were going to leave. It's 5 minutes past five. Like we don't want that type of person either. We want the one that's also going to just be like, all right, cool. You know what? No worries. Whenever it's time, we'll make it happen. And then that's the key, I think, is to have that type of accountability partner in that
Hmm.
sense that's rooting for you, but it's going to also keep you accountable.
Yeah.
Number 2, celebrate micro wins.
Oh, I love this one.
Yeah. Do you want to go for that one?
Oh, yeah. So on the celebrating the micro wins, did you walk for 10 minutes instead of 15? That's still a win because you showed up. But
Yeah.
I love micro wins, because you're not necessarily tearing yourself down. It was, oh, well, I didn't go to the gym, but I was able to go for a 15-minute walk. I still got out of the house. That's still a win in my book because you didn't sit on the couch and do absolutely nothing for the next 3 hours type thing. It's just
Yep.
like, you still forced yourself in a way to like get up and be active, and it just, I don't know. It to me, I love the micro wins because you, like you said, you don't want to beat yourself up for,
Yeah.
something, because then you tend to fall off the wagon and
Yeah.
go downhill.
You're 100% right. And that's kind of that all or nothing mentality that
Hmm.
it's not really a good place to be in, because then it's like, oh, well, my goal was to go to the gym for an hour, but I could only make 20 minutes, so I'm just not going to go. that's that
Right.
all or nothing and it's like, well, then that's not really helping you. So
Yeah.
it's like, that's another one of the good sayings is the only bad workout is the one that you didn't do. So if you
Hmm.
can't do that hour workout you had planned or the 45-minute workout, do a hit training that'll be 15, 20 minutes and you'll get a really good workout session
Yeah.
out of it. Just all those little things. But one of the big things that we also like to work on when we're helping people that have just now started to work out is just literally start putting on your shoes. Like something as simple
Hmm.
as that. Instead of thinking, I gotta go walk 15 minutes today and oof, I've never done that before. That might feel daunting. So it's just like, you know what? Just focus on putting on your shoes, putting on your sneakers.
Yeah.
Once you got those sneakers on, just go outside. When you went outside, just walk for 5 minutes. And I guarantee you, the odds that you did all that work and you only walk 5 minutes are so low because you'll end up being like, oh my God, it's so nice out. Or I put my sneakers on, I came outside, I'm going to go walk. And then you just feel so much better before you know it. You've probably done a 10, 15, 20-minute walk without even realizing it. And so it's
Yeah.
those little things that you just work towards to get you build up to that.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest like hurdle too sometimes is having that motivation
Yeah.
and like just getting ready and just doing it. And then because I have never left the gym going, ugh, man, I wasn't really motivated to go. I shouldn't have gone. I didn't,
Right.
I don't know why I even went. Like it
Right.
didn't
Right.
help anything. No, how many times have I told you? Like when I leave the gym, I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I went to the gym. Like I didn't really want to, but
Yep.
I forced myself to go, and then I just feel amazing after I leave.
Yeah, absolutely. We literally make ourselves happier by exercising. We
Yeah.
release those endorphins, the happy hormones, literally what they are, happy hormones. So we make ourselves
Hmm.
happier. And there's we always talk about these things in class where it's like I have never, just like exactly what you said, I've never known of anyone to go into the gym and then come out of the gym feeling worse than they did before going into the gym. It's always the opposite.
Yeah.
It's always like, oh man, I am so glad I did this.
Yeah.
I've never heard someone, just like what you said, never heard someone come out of there and be like, oh, I wish I would have just kept doing those chores at home, or I wish I would have gone,
Yeah.
gone to the bank instead, or whatever. Never. It's always like,
Hmm.
man, I am so glad I took the time out to do this. And you just do, you
Yeah.
feel so much better, and the rest of the day is yours.
Oh,
So, and
yes.
and I think that's where the point number three actually comes into is adjust instead of abandoning. So if the goal feels too
Hmm.
big, then shrink it. If it
Yeah.
feels too small, grow it. It's
Hmm.
because adjusting is not failing, it's strategizing. It's more of that
Yeah.
pivoting where you're like, you know what? I thought about doing this and yeah, I was a little bit too aggressive. That's not going to work for me. That's
Yeah.
happened to me too, where I had a goal because of the Utah and Arizona trip. I knew that there was
Hmm.
going to be a lot of walking involved, a lot of hiking and stuff. So I was like, man, I want to walk 10,000 steps a day. And that was super aggressive for me because I don't do 10,000 steps a day. I'm usually like five,
Yeah.
if on a, yeah. And then, so I started that as my SMART goal. That was my SMART goal, 10,000 steps every single day. Like until, and it was time bound because it was until the trip time.
Hmm.
And I started it, and man, you think I got close to that? I didn't get close to that 10,000 steps. I was like, oh my gosh. So that's where I shifted it. The goal was too
Yeah.
big. So I adjusted it, and I was like, okay, what am I doing average now with pushing myself? It was like around 55, 56 a day. And I'm like, all right, well, that's where I'm at. So
Yeah.
I just said, all right, let me work on that and let me find out some more times to do some walks here and there. Sure enough,
Hmm.
it worked, but it was little. I'm not doing 10,000 steps. Like, no way. But, but I'm much more than what I was doing before. And that to me is a win. But that's exactly
Yeah.
what it was. It's adjusting. It's strategizing. It's
Hmm.
not failing because I didn't give up. If I would have been like, yeah, forget it. Not going to do this. I'm done. Then yes, that's a fail. But
Yeah.
you just pivot and you just change.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and you know your own body. So you know yourself, you know what motivates you, what doesn't motivate you. And I know for me, I have to get out of my head sometimes, when I've had a really long day and I have to be like, oh, instead of, well, I have to go to the gym because I didn't go yesterday, or I just, hey, I get to go to the gym and all my stress, I get to just go work out and get rid of a lot of that stress that I had
Yep.
previously. So, I kind of flip it because I know myself and I know how I work. And so then I have to be like, oh, I get to go to the gym today. I'm so excited. And I kind of psych myself up for the
Yeah.
gym when I'm not feeling really motivated.
No, but that is that's the smart thing to do because, again, like we said last week, motivation is not constant. So we
Hmm.
need to do that. We need to basically trick our brain, trick ourselves into doing those things. But that's also where it comes back to our why. Like, okay, why am I doing this? And it's, oh, well, I want to be able to run as fast as my kid. I want to keep up with my kid. I want to be able to do the things I love to do. I want to be able to hike as the years go by. I want to keep doing these. I want to stay strong, independent. That's what
Hmm.
triggers that motivation. And also, one thing that really helps me too is the pre-workout. That's why, like, when we've talked about going to work out, I'll start making the shake right there
Hmm.
because I'm
Yeah.
like shaking it up. It's done because I know once I start drinking that, I have no choice.
Yeah.
It's either that
You
or my
bounce it
heart
off the
explodes.
wall. Yeah.
So those are a really good ways to also trick your, in a sense, if whatever we want to call it, it's a great hack to just be like, yep,
Yeah.
drink it. I'm ready to go because I drank it. And if I don't, I'm not sleeping tonight. So a lot
Hmm.
of good ways to do those things. But yeah, doing those things are super important. And then number 4, which is the other tip, is habit anchors or habit stacking. So attach your fitness action to something that you already do. So we talked about that too last time.
Hmm.
After brushing your teeth, stretch. After lunch, take a 10-minute walk. After work, fill your water bottle up. Those make things automatic. Just something that you constantly normally do, add something to that. That'll make it so much easier. And if you want another reason why to walk after you eat, is because that will help your body metabolize the food, digest it. It'll help with blood sugar levels. So another good reason to walk after you eat too, especially after dinner, because a lot of times, a lot of us after dinner, we don't do much. We sit down, watch some TV, and then we go to sleep.
Hmm.
So your
Yeah.
body is trying to digest the food. It's trying to recover. It's trying to rest. It's trying to do all those things while you're supposedly trying to be sleeping. It's not going to work. So that's why it's good to take a nice walk after dinner. That helps your body again metabolize the food, digest it, then do whatever you do normally. Watch the show, watching TV, then get off of that, let your eyes rest from the screen, and then go to sleep. You've given yourself a nice break, nice little break in between to where your body can actually rest, and then you'll notice much better sleeping patterns too. But those
Yeah.
anchors make it automatic and make it super
I
helpful.
love going for a walk after, especially
Oh, it's the best.
I try to do portion control, but man, after these holidays, so much good food, I would overeat quite a bit. So doing
It's
that, I mean, usually at the end of it, we're like, oh, I feel so much better.
it's so true though. We do. It's and it's just a nice thing to do too because you also get to decompress on top of that also. Like after the day is done, your last
Hmm.
meal's done, you just get to like go for a walk. You can just talk or just look at the sky, look at the stars. Again, if you live in Michigan or in some place that's really cold right now, or Oklahoma's not that cold today, but it was a few weeks ago.
No.
But, if it's too cold and it's not possible for you, obviously it's not possible for you. But there's so many different things that we can do. One of those walking pads.
Hmm.
Use a walking pad. put it right in front of the TV. And when an ad comes up, get on the walking pad and start walking on it. Or
Mhm.
put your put a podcast on, Fit Talk with Coach Luis. And then you can just and you can just listen to it while you're doing your
Mhm.
last walk of the day. Like there's so
Yeah.
many different things that we can do to make it a possibility to walk if we can't walk outside. So basically there's no
Mhm.
excuse.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you.
All right, next one.
What to expect emotionally in week one? So, I mean, let's be real. Like week one is just it isn't just physical. It's a mental, emotional, like all of the feelings because, you might be feeling excited when you create your goals. I know everybody usually feels super excited, hence the reason why they make these like crazy, enormous goals. But you might also be feeling nervous, impatient, proud, doubtful, I mean, or all of the above.
Right?
It's a carousel of emotions. But this is normal. Your brain is adjusting to the new pattern. Your body is waking up, your mindset is shifting. So just give yourself some grace. You're not supposed to be perfect, but being present is the key. So
Yep. I love that. I like the that it's connecting not just the physical aspect of what we're trying to do, but also the emotional and the mental aspect of things, because it is true.
hmm
It's not easy. We are challenging ourselves to do something new. We're challenging our body to just push itself to that uncomfortableness, and our body doesn't
Yeah.
like that. Our body likes easy, so it's going
Yeah.
to push back. So that's where that part comes in, to give ourselves that grace. I like that a lot.
Yeah. I mean, and the mental clarity, I mean, it's right. Like, I mean, going to the gym, I could be super, super stressed out and have a million things that I'm worried about. And by the end of the gym session, I am just like, oh, I feel so much better.
Yeah,
Like I always joked that when I first really got into fitness, that the gym was my therapist.
I
So,
I 100%
because I
agree
mean,
with
when
that.
a bunch of stuff, was going on in my life, and I just was always super stressed out, and I would go and basically take it out on the gym, and I would leave feeling so much better. So much better to where I was like, phew, I can conquer the world.
It's I agree with you 100%. The gym, I was and I think a lot of us can relate to that, going through a really dark time in our lives,
Mhm.
and just being able to actually go somewhere and you can do hard things and push yourself, and you can throw weights around, and you can, if it was what was the kickboxing 9 round that you used to go to?
Oh, 99 boxing. And
Yeah.
it's not 99 boxing anymore, I think. But yeah, I would go and I mean, I would punch the bag and
Yeah.
pretend that that was my problems.
Oh,
And I would
absolutely.
punch it.
Yeah, and then and you don't get in trouble. Like you won't
Yeah,
get in
no.
trouble. So what a great
It was a
way to
legal
release.
form.
Yeah. So that's a great, and you're right. That is a fantastic therapy. It really is. And then we literally train our brain when we exercise. We train our brain to overcome hard things. So our
hmm
brain can't tell the difference between the stressor of life and a stressor in the gym. It only knows that it's stress. So when we push ourselves, and then we're done with the workout and we're back to normal, and then the endorphins kick in, our brain is like, "Oh, I can do hard things and I'm going to be okay." So that helps us deal with a lot of life stressors, a lot of life things that come up, and we just come out through it with a better mindset because our brain is already, it's already, what's the word I'm looking for? Designed to do hard things. So again,
hmm
the gym is truly is medicine, and being, or not the gym, I guess exercise and fitness is
hmm
medicine. Whatever form you do it, obviously that's the form. But
Yeah.
yeah, I just like it.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try something. So, all right. As you guys are listening, let's take a little guided reflection. So, if you're driving, you don't need to close your eyes, obviously. But if you're driving,
Please
just,
don't.
yeah, don't close your eyes. If you're not driving and you can do so, try this. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in with me and think about the fitness goal you set. Now ask yourself, why does this matter to me? How do I want to feel at the end of this week? And what's one small action I can take today to support that feeling? All right, now hold on to that answer, and that is your anchor. So again, if you guys need to hear that one more time, just slide back the little seconds on the recording, and it will literally start over again. But I think that'll help a lot to use that as your anchor and as your why am I even doing this goal.
I like that. I like that a lot. Because you're not going to be motivated if you don't even really know the why, or your why is what other people's why is.
Exactly.
So you're going to be a lot more successful when you're doing it for the reasons that you want to do it for, because it's more personal.
Yep. 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
So yeah, just remember, week 1 is about building trust with yourself. Every small step counts. Every check mark matters. Every moment you choose to show up, even for 5 minutes, that's a victory.
Heck yeah. And if you want, have your listeners like tell you their small little victories, and we will totally cheer them on with them.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be awesome. I would love
Yeah.
to hear that. I would love to see what goals you guys are doing. I would love to see what is it you're doing? Which is your smart goal?
Yeah.
How's the week going? How is that shifting for you? How is it not shifting for you? Again, whatever it is that you guys are going through, just take it a day at a time.
We'll totally help support you with anything.
Yeah. So if you're starting your fitness journey this week, guys, we are 100% proud of you. If you're restarting it, we are so proud of you. Yep. And if you're listening because you want to feel inspired again, then hopefully you're already on your way. But all we can say is thank you for joining us today on this podcast. If this episode helped you, share it with someone, like Ashlee said, who's setting their own goals this year. Just share it. Sharing is caring. And remember, kindness, consistency, and small steps, that'll take you further than perfection ever will. So as always, be kind to yourself, be kind to everybody else, and be the change that you want to see in the world, but always keep being yourself.
Absolutely.
But thanks you guys again for joining us in the Monday Morning Brew, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for checking out Fit Talk with Coach Luis. Remember to follow us on social media, on Instagram at Live2Progress and on Twitter at Live2Progress. Stay tuned for more episodes of Fit Talk with Coach Luis coming soon. And remember, always live to progress.